Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashmi Shai Bashem Arakak Wadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone that have taught me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmi Shai, and including the elder bishops on down, and Yahweh Bashmi Shai Brakatham, 244,000, and including the 1/3. All right, and it's your brother Laban once again. This is just going to be a short video. As this reads, getting right into it. This is from theguardian.com. And as this reads, if Trump wins the election, NATO can expect more turbulence ahead. Now, I've been reading about this kind of sort of news before, and I'm going to get into this again. Why? Because this is basically one of these prophecies that's important. Letting us know here, those that are focused on prophecy, right? Which this is nothing more than Revelations, the 17th chapter, which speaks about the breaking up of this Roman system in totality. So if he gets in there, then that's what could very well be. Lord willing, anyway, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Maybe something else could very well happen. We'll have to wait and see. So as this reads, politeness and convection dictates that European leaders tried to sound non-committal when asked whether a Donald Trump presidency would hurt NATO. But despite the rhetoric about Trump-proofing, NATO cohesion will be at risk from a hostile or isolationist Republican president who has previously threatened to leave the alliance if European defense spending did not increase. The truth is that the U.S. is NATO and NATO is the U.S., and NATO is the U.S. Dependence on America is essentially as big as ever, said Jamie Shea, a former NATO official who teaches at the University of Exeter. Take the new NATO Command Center to coordinate assistance for Ukraine in Wiesbaden, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Germany. It could be Wiesbaden. I don't know, like I said, if I'm correct. It is inside a U.S. Army barracks relying on U.S. logistics and software. U.S. defense spending will hit a record $968 billion in 2024. The proportion the U.S. spends in Europe is not disclosed. The budget of 30 European allies plus Canada amounts to $506 billion, 34% of the overall total. It is true that 23 out of 32 members expect to spend more than 2% of GDP on defense this year. Built in 2014 when the target was set, non-U.S. defense spending in NATO was 24% lower than now, but not dramatically so. There are more than 100,000 U.S. personnel stationed in Europe, more than the British Army, a figure increased by more than 20,000 by Joe Biden in June of 2022 in response to Russia's attack on Ukraine. So what I want to get to the point here. This is it right here. This is what he said back in 2018, right? When he met with the head of NATO, if I'm correct, Jens Stoltenberg. In office, Trump hinted at leaving NATO at a chaotic summit in Brussels in 2018 in order to force other allies to increase defense spending. During the 2024 election campaign, Trump has not quite gone as far in public, though the blustering tone has been similar. In February, the Republicans suggested he would encourage Russia to do whatever the hell they want to any country that was delinquent because it had failed to pay its dues. Right? So with that kind of attitude, man, which, it came from to do with the fact that they didn't do their part, like it says they didn't pay their dues with the spending, right? So, Donald J. Trump was mad about that, man, and you already know that NATO has taken into account what he said. So if he does get in there, then what's gonna happen? What's gonna be the attitude of NATO? This goes right inside with the Father's will in the book of Revelation, the 17th chapter. Yeah, so here's the point over here. In office, Trump hinted at leaving NATO at a chaotic summit in Brussels in 2018 in order to force other allies to increase defense spending. During the 2024 election campaign, Trump has not quite gone as far in public, though the blustering tone has been similar. In February, the Republicans suggested he would encourage Russia to do whatever the hell they want to any country that was delinquent because it had failed to pay its dues. So you already know, man, NATO has not NATO, but the members of NATO have taken what he said into account. So if he gets in there, right, the members of NATO are going to have to back away. And as well as DJ Trump, he's a very proud man. He's very, very proud. So he's going to put the spirit of pride on America much more. I mean, they're all prideful politicians anyway, but you get what I'm saying. He's the most pompous of them all. Okay, and you know what's funny? In his tenure, in his administration, there was a man in his cabinet which goes by that name, Pompeo, which means pride, man. You see, so he's going to put the pride back in America, and the members of NATO are going to look at America like, you know what? We're going to have to disassociate from this guy, man. And based on the attitude that Trump gives as well, it's going to be quite bitter to the members. So Revelation 17 is definitely going to happen. As this reads over here. But what I want to do is I want to read Mark 3. This is Mark 3 and verse 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in the parable, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. All right. So really what this is all about, this is Rome again breaking apart because the members are not going to be in agreement like they used to. So now let me go and read this again. As this reads, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is, which is the ancient Roman system. Revelation 17 and 9, and here is the mind which have wisdom. The 7 heads are the 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth, which the woman is America in this case. Okay, and the 7 heads is referring to those main counterparts of Rome. And there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen and 1 is. And the 5 that was fallen, I have it in notes. So I'm going to go into that. Yeah, Greece, Germania Minor, Spain, France, Germania Major. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th and is of the 7th and goeth into perdition, because America came out of Great Britain. On July the 4th of 1776, that's when they became independent. So as verse 11 reads as well, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th and is of the 7th that goeth into perdition. So America is going to go into destruction. That is the 8th horn which came out of the 7th horn, which is Great Britain. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast, which is Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Spain, England, West Germany, which was established in 1958. I said 58. 1958, which was also established in 1958, also known as what? The Treaty of Rome. Okay? Which was signed off a year prior in 1957. So, again, just to simply put it, man, this is basically if Donald J. Trump gets in here and he carries on with the attitude that he has against NATO, then with our very own eyes, we're going to be able to see the breaking up of this Roman system, which has been resurrected. So now let me read this as well. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For the Most High put it in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, unto the world. Excuse me. And what am I talking about? For the Most High have put it in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. All right. So there you go. So if DJ Trump gets in there, which DJ Trump has already said what he said, which got the members looking at him a certain way now, then we could very well see this. But let's just say that doesn't happen. Either and or, this is going to happen anyway. Because it is the counsel of the Lord. So with that, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bahashem Warakak Wadash. And double honor to that apostles, and as well as even including the elder bishops on down, and overall to the sincere Akim out there that's pushing this gospel. Shalom to y'all of the 144,000, and including the 130 do follow. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Brakatham. And with that, I'm out. Shalom.